Hey everybody, I guess what is it? It's the 3rd of January 2025. I haven't been doing my podcast or videos a lot throughout the holidays. I moved into a new apartment. Of course, that's taken up a lot of my focus and time. But they got it all together. I like things the way they are. And so I'm like, okay, let's do this. All right. So a couple things. There's been seen a couple announcements or articles pertaining to Social Security. Right. People haven't, they're not making enough money on Social Security to live on. The new Congress has killed the 4% annual increase in Social Security, which is going to help a lot as far as stemming inflation in the country. But here's what you got. If you are somebody who's taken Social Security and you're not going to get that cost of living increase, you need to do something to make up the difference. And of course, with what I do, my sweet spot are people who are 25 to 45, married, got kids, own a house, because I have strategies to help them pay that mortgage off faster and take that same money and get a return on that money that they're paying toward their debt and any other debt that they have, and tax advantages, and all kinds of stuff, because they have time. Time's your greatest asset when you're young. When you're not younger, you don't have the time, so it's not your greatest asset. Your time, your knowledge and experience, that's going to be your greatest asset. Okay, and so how do you maximize that? That's with a business, and you want to have multiple streams of income. You want to have more than one business. And you want it to be real businesses, something that you don't have to show up to work to make that money, okay? You have to have a system, okay, where you've got repeat business off your website or your service that people just keep ordering, okay? Reoccurring business. That was the magic with Amway. Okay, the eat, drink, wash, spit, flush, and pour products. People keep using consumables over and over and over again. They got to repeat buy and continue to buy. Okay, that's what made that work. Okay, well, there's a lot of companies that do that. I was in the food safety business, and the biggest line of product was the cleaners, degreasers, and sanitizers to clean the warehouses. Okay. So that's, it could be anything. Could be all kinds of things. People who have cleaning businesses, right? Be smart if you're buying your own product, right? And those businesses that they gotta be clean. It's not just one. I used to remember as a kid, somebody told me a job done good is a job done once. And I'm like, no, that's not. You have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, right? And so these kind of things. But that's where the consultants, like tomorrow morning is going to be the Built to Exit podcast, 8 o'clock Central Time with Jason Cisneros on X, the Jason Cisneros. Okay, you go there and you can get on the podcast. Right. And he talks great input, great content about business strategies, but he doesn't give you all the answers. You can't succeed with just listening to his podcast. Okay, it might click something, get you past a little hurdle in your mind for something that you've been working on or you need for your business, right? You got to take copious notes. I take notes like crazy every time I get on the podcast, right? But you got to pay for his consulting. But if his sweet spot is businesses that are sole proprietor up to 499 employees, and that are making plus $300,000 a year, then he's got strategies that immediately will pop you to the $750,000 annual income. And then he's got capital investors looking for businesses to put their money into. Okay, but it's really risky. There's only 1% of businesses make it. 99% of small businesses fail. And he's saying that implementing his strategies, you will succeed. Okay, so if you're not at that point, if you're not at that $300,000 a year annual revenue to really benefit from his consulting, he's got his growth course. All right, $10,000 for the growth course. All right, well, if you don't have that, right, or you're just trying to start a business, right, that'll take care of you, okay, there's other options, right? There's one I'm just come across less than a month ago, the Ranger Overwatch system. This guy's an Army Ranger, got out, used his VA, got a college degree in business. He had a big role in the investigation into the VA, and used this system to track everybody's, visits to the hospital and the recommendations, the subscriptions and the treatment that they were recommended, and bam! But his system is big on accounting, and the main clients he has is the entertainment business, Hollywood, and he's got his own talent agency for musicians and for comedians. Okay, but that same system he has will work for anything. He's got energy businesses, security businesses that are using his system, right? And that's the Ranger Overwatch system. Okay, and I'm basically an affiliate for him now. Actually, I got to update my website and include the Ranger Overwatch system. But you can utilize it for just about any business, and it takes care of the tracking and accounting and all that, which is a big part. I just had somebody call me today. They signed up for the NACA program, which you can get through my website, all right? And they're keeping track of everything that's going in and everything coming out of their account, and they're not used to that, and they don't, they get frustration. Hey, that's how you make it. You got to pay attention to every flipping dime that comes in and out of your accounts. What you're making and what you're spending, right? And then your budget, and then you save what you're not spending, and that's how you get ahead, right? And you bring in, more streams of income. Okay, increase your income stream. So these are all the things that you need to do. And the point of this whole video is that every year there's this, I think it's in March or February, there's this day, the Quitter's Day, right? Annual Quitter's Day, the day that most people quit on their New Year's resolutions. Okay, so I'm going to try to help you get past that. Be more successful, all right? I had to read my business plan again today. And then you read it every day out loud, all right? And you can adjust it. You don't just stick with, just if you're just like, I need to change that. There's something I need to add something to it. You can do that. Do whatever it takes to get you, move that ball further down the field, you need to do. Okay. And then you do those things. Make the number of contacts you commit to make every day. Set the number of appointments you commit to send every day. All right. And you just keep doing it until you hit those numbers. All right. And I'm talking to myself too. Right. So you just keep doing it. All right. And get past that Quitter's Day. And now you're off to the races. All right. So that's what I talked about today, was getting past the Quitter Day. All right. Have a good one.